Hi. Welcome to another session of Something to Think About. This session, manhood. And I'm not talking about that right there. Nope. I'm talking about what makes a man. And what I'd like you to think of is not what makes a man, but what makes a grown-up, an adult. It's just that the term, what makes a man, has a stronger connotation in a person's mind. Big word again. Let's start off with the high schooler level, or even the junior high level. Lump it all together. When you're in junior high and high school, there's this peer-imposed rite of passage that, frankly, I think is false, because who has any business determining this? No one does. That having sex while you're still going to school somehow makes you a man. Getting busy somehow gives you manhood. Now that cannot be further from the truth. A man, and I'm talking about those underage, a man will stop and think. There are risks associated with this. There are responsibilities if this happens. Am I ready for these responsibilities? Now, for sex, there's STDs, getting the girl pregnant. In this country, there is a law. If you get someone pregnant, you do have to support that person. You do have to support that baby. And there'll be more on that issue as we come along. Drugs. A man will not use drugs. Now, if your doctor prescribes a drug and you follow it to his specifications, you only do what the doctor tells you with it. You're not giving it to your friends. You're not trying to get high on it. That's fine. That's looking after your health, and that is manly. But pot, alcohol, any other illegal drug, or even whiteout. Kids in school, when I was going to school, would take whiteout and sniff it, trying to get high. That is not the least bit manly. That's just like drugs. Same with paint. It's called huffing. Now, what that does physically is it coats the inside of your lungs. And there have been many, many, many people that have had their lives destroyed that way. They can't breathe. All the little alveolar sacs in their lungs, they're clogged. It's just like a filter in your air conditioner. If you get it clogged, is it going to work? No. Only you can replace a filter. You can't replace your lungs. Dangerous risks. Kids these days love to get involved in dangerous things and try to emulate what they see on the TV show Jackass. Is that manly? No. Many kids have been seriously hurt doing these things. What is manly is doing what the teachers tell you, because, face it, you're not a man yet. You're trying to become a man. To become a man, you need instruction. you need the basic building blocks for your future. That's what school provides, along with the instruction your parents give you on how to act, or at least how they should be teaching you. Doing your grades. Get good grades in school. If you're having trouble with something, raise that hand. Mr. Doe, I cannot understand this. Can you explain it to me another way? Mrs. Doe, this lesson seems a little bit hard to grasp. Do you have another explanation? Get a tutor if you need it. If you can handle a part-time job after school, by all means, do it if you can. When you get your education, see, learning builds brain cells. It causes your brain to get more and more wrinkled. You get more and more connections forming, so you become smarter. The smarter you get, the better future you can have. So yeah, you may feel like the teachers are giving you a lot of random and useless information. I've heard kids say, "I'll never need it." That's not the point. Whether you need it or not doesn't matter. You're expected to do it. And it builds your brain. There may be this thing you want to go into. You may be thinking it doesn't require much. When I was in the 8th grade, I heard one kid in school tell a teacher he wouldn't need to learn science because he wanted to work at a steel mill. Newsflash, they use density. That's science. Just because it looks easy on TV doesn't mean it is, and there's a lot you need to learn. So be a man, do your assignments, and it sets you up with a work ethic for doing your job. If you're the type that's going to sit around and not do your assignments, how are you going to hold a job? Your grades help you to get that, because you work for these good grades, you handed in your assignments, you're doing the best you can. That effort directly applies to your effort in a job. Whether it's cleaning toilets or fixing someone's cardiovascular system, being a doctor. Adults. When I talked about those younger than you, I touched a little bit on having sex before you're ready. That directly applies to you. A man will not have sex until he is fully ready to take responsibility for a potential life he helps to create. Both the baby and the mother. A man will be there to support them. A man will not just get this person pregnant and then walk away. A man will not walk away hearing those two words that if you're not married, you never want to hear. Those two words are, "I'm pregnant." Well, other way around, because how you're viewing this. Those two words, "I'm pregnant." A man will step up and be there. A man will not expect that woman to get an abortion. What a man will do is go out, buy a ring, get down on one knee, and say those words, "Will you marry me?" A man will be there for better and for worse, just like in the wedding vows. From the neonatal visits to the delivery, diaper changes, feedings, the scraped knee, the grades, all the doctor's visits. I got an uncle who once told me, having kids can be the greatest joy of your life. He never had much. When he could work, they barely scraped by. But he was there for his family. He didn't punch out. He didn't decide, well, this is too much for me, I'm leaving. He was there, thick and thin, for better and worse. He helped to shape the character of his kids. That is real character. That is being manly. More on manly behavior. Will a man ever beat his woman? Will a man ever beat his kids? And by extension, his siblings? Or, in some cases, sometimes men do beat their parents. That's elder abuse. Will a man ever abuse? No. There's a big fat N-O. It is completely inexcusable. Our father was not a man. He loved beating us. That is extremely unmanly. I'd like y'all to go and look at some movies and music videos. I'm going to annotate them at this point. I'm going to provide links. I want you to click on those if you would. And by all means, distribute those links to others. And point others to this video if you would. Someone needs a lesson in manhood. Have them watch this, please. There's one I'll give right off the bat. One section from a video. From the movie Rob Roy. Character Liam Neeson. The scene where his boys ask him about honor. All men of honor are kings, but not all kings have honor. You must never mistreat a woman, nor malign a man. Never stand by while another does so. And this session is quickly coming to an end. My alarm is going off. A man will step up and take care of his kids with no one telling him he has to. A man does it because it's the right thing to do, without anyone trying to make him. Are you a man? Has anyone ever had to make you step up? If so, then you're not a man. But if you were there with no one forcing you, then give yourself a round of applause, because that is manly. And the world needs more like that. Do you agree with me? Let me know. Feel free to point others to this video. Subscribe to me if you like. This is Feral Big Dog saying, y'all have a nice day now.